Hello, this is Veralyn of the Ghostland server in the Guild Crucio. I'm a balanced spec druid. Today I'll be talking about gear, enchants, itemization, and spell rotation for Moonkin druids. First I'll cover the enchants. For your helm, you want the Arcanum of Burning Mysteries from the Karen Tor rep. You can buy this in Dalaran. Next, for your shoulders, you can buy the Lesser and Greater Inscription of the Storm from the Sons of Hodir rep. Personally, I prefer the PvP enchant from Wintergrass if you don't have the Greater Inscription. Then for your cloak, you can get the Greater Speed enchant, which is plus 23 haste. And for your chest, you can get plus 10 stats. For your bracers, there's superior spell power, and for your weapon, you can get mighty spell power, or if you have a staff, greater spell power. Then for your gloves, there's exceptional spell power, and if you want for your belt, you can buy an extra belt buckle. You can buy a belt buckle for an extra socket. And on your pants, there's brilliant spell thread. For your boots, there's the Ice Walker enchant, which is plus 12 hit and plus 12 critical strike rating. If you're a leather worker, tailor, enchanter, or blacksmith, you can get extra spell power for your gloves, bracers, cape, or rings, depending on which one you have. I suggest being an enchanter and an inscriptionist because a better shoulder enchant is much easier to get than raising your rep with the Sons of Hodir. Next, I'll be talking about gems. For gems, you want to have the Chaotic Sky Flare gem for your meta socket. This increases critical strike and critical strike damage, which help greatly. Other than that, you want to have 2 plus spell power / plus spirit gems to cover the blue sockets needed for the meta. Then want for the rest of the sockets, you want pure spell power, and you want to use the purple sockets and blue sockets to help get a spell power bonus on items. I prefer using the Idol of Lunar Fury because it's not worth it for the frost emblems. You get the newest one because it's not that much of an upgrade. Next is the talent tree spec. I prefer a heavily damaged oriented spec instead of a mana regen / mana conservative spec, mainly because mana is not a problem as a Moonkin. With Omen of Clarity helping proc most of the time, mana is not a very large problem, so I left out Dream State, Moonglow, and 2 points out of Intensity for my spec. If you'd like to check this out, if you armory my character, I should be the top one on armory. I'm on the Ghostland server. Next, I'll be talking about spell rotation. There are 4 main spells that you'll be using as a Boomkin, and 2 off spells for single target DPS. The 4 main spells are Insect Swarm, Moonfire, Wrath, and Starfall Fire. Not the 3 other spells that you'll possibly be using are Fairy Fire, Starfall, and Force of Nature, which summon treants. If there's another Boomkin in your raid, you should still pick up Fairy Fire, improve Fairy Fire. This is because you get 3% critical strike for your spells with it. You also want to make sure that you are hit capped, so that your spells do not miss. To start off your rotation, you want to make sure Fairy Fire is applied to your target. Then you want to use Insect Swarm, Moonfire, Starfall, Force of Nature, then start spamming Starfire until Eclipse procs. Then you want to spam Wrath. You want to make sure that your dots are kept up, but you do not want to clip your dots. I suggest using an add-on such as Squawk and All or Class Timers to track your buffs and debuffs and Eclipse procs. You don't want to refresh your dots if there's unless there's more than 9 seconds left on Eclipse. You want to switch in between eclipses since Eclipse was buffed in the last patch. For the Starfire proc Eclipse, it increases Wrath damage by 40%, and for the Wrath proc Eclipse, it increases the critical strike rating with Starfire by 40%. You want to switch back and forth in between these. If you have improved Insect Swarm, which I suggest, you'll also get 3% increased damage with Wrath when Insect Swarm is applied, and 3% critical strike damage, increased critical strike rating with Moonfire when you attack with Starfire. It's basically a rinse and repeat rotation, and it's fairly simple to earn. Thank you for watching. Check out the other videos. Bye.